gonna ignore the fact that I forgot to launch Minecraft, so give me 2 seconds. But how we all doing? Just a slight oversight for the stream. You know, I actually gotta play the fucking game for once. It'll take a little bit to start up. That's a great indicator for how today's gonna go, yeah. There we go. Well, damn, Rubik finished the whole first half of that. Got him. How you doing, Lux? Welcome in, dude. I can get around like 6, I think I can get for inventory right now. I'm gonna go here, material list, and then I can update, and that's list off. This is north wall, yes, correct. Never really thought that cherry and like a warped hyphae would actually go pretty well. But yeah, working on the mud farm wall decoration today. Rubik started the floor, that's halfway done. Exactly, actually. Because I split it into schematics, or 2 subregions for the whole floor. I might start doing like 4 for the floor, make it like, you know, like quadrants instead of halves. I'll ask Rubik on that, because he did the floor, and see what he thinks. If quadrants would be more helpful, or if you want to just stick with the halves. Probably depends on the floor deco that we go with, but the pattern and whatnot. But yeah, you can tell it's a lot of gray in this perimeter. But that's what mud is, a lot of grays and... Well, yeah, it's a lot of grays. But cherry, when it's like behind like a black stained glass there, it really gives off like a gray sort of like tone to it from a distance. Yeah, we're working on the wall decoration here. This is the wall that Carrie did, but I just retextured it to be a lot darker. It's sort of similar to the stray walls, just completely shaded a bit. Different texture of the walls. It's not like just a 1-for-1 for stray, but that's what they wanted to go with again, and I said, you know, that was pretty fine. We also built those walls without easy play, so that would have been a lot more painful to do than this. And we also didn't have the shulk recyclers at the time that I designed. So this should be pretty nice to actually build for once. But yeah, I think I tested it out around like 6 layers or so currently. It might be down to like 5 at some point that we'll have to go down to, depending on the different, we get like more blocks, different types of blocks per layer. So I think I only have about like 4, and I want to say there's about like 7 for the full wall in terms of different block types that were used, but something in the neighborhood of like 40,000-50,000 mud, like 40 shulker boxes, around like 40,000 cyan, terracotta, probably around the same amount of blackstone. I want to say there's gray concrete in this as well, and gray wool. It's been a few days since I got the material list, so I don't fully remember. But yeah, I broke it into subregions, of course, again for the wall. Just makes it so much nicer. Otherwise, if I just did all four, I have to do like a single layer at a time and then go back to the cycler every time. It's just be annoying, and it's not really what the cycler's for, but it would still help drastically. So you get to cycle the boxes a lot more than if you just did like sides at a time. But they've really made me enjoy build-in decorations. So I found it always super tedious with the size of the inventory. To have to like, you need to carry like boxes on you at all times of each type, and then you gotta carry, of course. It limits the amount of like actual items of that type you can carry, and then you get the idea. But having it all centralized in one area, and you know that the way we gather the materials is per subregion, so all the materials for the north is there, south is there, east is there, west is there, and that's the last half of the floor. So like, it just makes, even if like somebody new jumps in here that they haven't worked on this decoration before, they can fairly easily know what's what, and it's all compactly stored rather than just like shulkers upon shulkers all replaced and everything. I love the machines that I designed. That switch is still holding strong. It's nice. Those things are so annoying. But yeah, we'll be here pretty much all a stream. I don't know if I'll get a full section of the wall done. It kind of depends how much or how quick we can get it done. I'm only gonna stream for about like 3 hours, normal time. But I think it's close to like being 200 blocks tall. So I guess it kind of can like time to see how long it takes us to do. That was probably what, like 5 minutes maybe for 6. So we'll say about like what, 5 minutes for 6 layers, which is about like 50 every hour. It might be possible, but as long as I don't get sidetracked, I mean, maybe we could finish this whole one wall today. It'd be pretty nice to maybe like, you know, get all one wall done each day. Could be done the decoration by the end of the week. Be another project wrapped up too. That would be pretty sweet. I really do want to start on the terracotta and flower farm area. That'd be such a cool project. Even though it'd be the same farm that we just made 2 times already. It'd be the same farm as the rooted dirt, same farm as the mud one we just built here. Only difference would be we need the clay portion of it. Actually need the dripstone. Because I had to modify that farm to not have the dripstone bits. Techo would be so toxic without easy place with how much offset there is. Should I run the farm while I'm here? Probably should, yeah. Just don't want my frames to be so, like, bad. How you doing, Radio? I'm gonna get him bumped for what I do. My mic's been far away. That should be fine. Oh. Might be able to get 7, but I'm not going to risk it overflowing. Hopefully we get like 6 throughout the whole decoration then. Hope you've been doing well though, Radio. Can you place the block, please? Thank you. Probably should have hollowed that out. So it's just a flat slab of terracotta that I could have just not had. But should have. It's not like terracotta is that difficult or hard to get, rather. What else are we going to use the terracotta for? Yeah, this is one of the last few ones that'll have it. That was actually pre-made before we updated. Off the top of my head, I don't think we have any others, like, outstanding that we started beforehand. Like, we cleared the perimeter anticipating, like, the update for the project. Actually, raids should be the last one. Let's see. Because GeoDB started after we updated, of course. Quarry was a new depth. I guess General Mob Farm too, but I don't know if we're gonna get to that. Actually, no, General Mob Farm would have been new. They're down. Let's do crop. So, like, what happened? Where's the Mesa Core? Is like right around here. Why not explored? Okay, well, it should be besides. Actually, no, it should be. Because new raid farms all the way down to new bedrock level. I don't think we made the perimeter for new general mob farm yet. So yeah, this should be like the last one. That's like this. I mean, I'm still making 180 block tall walls. I mean, I didn't plan on doing it, but I think Gary may have thought that this was a new terrain depth. That's why they're so tall. It's like we're kind of making up for it, I guess you could say, being so 117 depth. In terms of decoration, I guess, but people still argue that making a Baron 118 plus terrain is a lot more difficult. Honestly, I don't see how. It's literally just more World Eater runtime. That's really it. The trenches with the new 10x trenchers. Honestly, it feels the same amount of time to me. People just be picking bad locations. I don't know, man. Like, of course, when you get like an ocean or a swamp or whatnot, it's going to be annoying because there's so much extra liquids, but even then, like, I don't see it taking 2x the time of a regular 117 perimeter does. That's coming from somebody that's made, what, probably like 50, 60 overworld perimeters in 117. Actually, it's probably more than that. Oh no, we didn't manually mine a bunch, so that sounds about right, maybe. How many have I made in 118 plus turn now? So So we have MS. We have Warden. Drowned. We have Raid. So what's that, 5? 5 118 overworld perimeters so far. And the first one we probably completed in about 20 hours, maybe? Now, granted, if we, like... Well, I guess... The last perimeter... Alone? The last perimeter I made before we updated 117 solo by myself was around 6 hours? Or no? Was it 6 hours? Oh, no, it couldn't be, because it was probably like 7 or 8. And that wasn't an ideal location either. I mean, I guess technically it takes longer, but it doesn't feel as bad. The perimeters that suck, though, are ones like where you had terrain generated before that update, because then you have multiple layers of like lava lakes and whatnot, and that was annoying when we did main storage because of the fact that we had all that extra shit. So like this, for example, like we would have lava lakes at Y11, and then you would have the extra lava lakes all the way down there again. So like you would have to deal with twice rather than just the one time that you do. And with lava generating lower. There was so much more obsidian to mine too, of course, because of that. I am also comparing a 530 to a 272, which also doesn't really correlate that much. I don't know when we're making another 272. At least in the overworld. Because when we do flour, we're also going to make terracotta next to it. Make it a double parity like we did before with I think it was TNT. TNT and crop, where we do like this 528 by 272. So it's like a double, but it's like technically one. Like we'll count that to one perimeter in the world, but it'll basically be two separate projects like conjoined into one. So the idea is we have a terracotta farm, which is basically just this with a dripstone that makes it into clay and feeds it up there. And then blows it up, and then we would craft those clay balls into clay blocks. And we would have a charcoal portion of it using the oak logs that we get here. Smelt those logs into charcoal. And then that would fuel the furnace array that would smelt the clay blocks from the crafters. Then we would get terracotta that way. But the idea is that we then have a flower farm next to it, or like flower farm district that gets all of the different types of dyes, so all 16. And that we then could then craft, automatically craft all different colors of terracotta fully without any player interaction. Or if we want to do it the simple way, we could just put it in a bulk storage, like have all the dyes in a bulk storage, and then have all the terracotta in one as well. And then we could like have like a little control panel where we like send, let's say, 54 boxes of terracotta to the crafter, and then send 54 boxes, or it would be actually 6 boxes of dye to the crafter. And then you would just craft it manually like that, or we'd have a, like an auto-crafting portion built into it where we could just craft it in the background. But it kind of depends if we want to just store everything and then craft it, which would probably be the best solution. Considering the fact we don't know which dyes we're going to use more. Like we may need, let's say, like orange terracotta for whatever reason. And if we just have it like automatically crafted in the background, like we would get all the other dyes as well. So I think it's the smarter thing to just stockpile on all the dyes and then just use them as necessary. And then just only craft the types of terracotta that we need at the time. Sounds more logical to me than having to wire it differently, because otherwise you need to like, you would have to have individual modules for individual dyes. So like if we wanted to only run red, we would just run red. And then, you know, vice versa, of course, for all the other ones. Which just gets tedious. Not like the flower farms are difficult to make, it's the bone meal distribution for those farms that's annoying at that point. Especially with the whole new flower map thing. Height of the everything matters too. It's not just the same all over the place per block. Why did I hit that button? I didn't need that. Stand out with Don Toliver because he released an album. That's why. Hello. polished blackstone tiles I used, I forgot. Look at my tired, bro. It's only 8 o'clock. Yeah, I was up at 5 o'clock. am I getting bonked for? What'd I do, Lux? Oh, me missing the platform? That's warranted. How you doing, Cod? I'm doing alright, man. Hope everything's going well for you, dude. It's gonna be so disproportionate to the farm in the center. These tall walls. The farm's what, like 30? Well, probably like 40 blocks tall. I'm already double that height. Yeah, whoever thought the day would come, COD, that I actually, sort of enjoy and don't mind building decorations, especially like this, where it's all annoying and whatnot.
Wow.
Yo, COD, but I appreciate that, my dude. 4 months. You've done it 4 times already? I mean, I know it's been a while since it Themia, but damn. I appreciate that, my dude. Holy, what the fuck? God, what the hell, man? What's that for, man? Holy shit. I appreciate that, Akam. That's, very generous of you, man. Yeah, generous mood. One could say that, yeah. I appreciate that, homie. I take it everything's going well then at, fuck, is it? Oh no, I feel bad now. I don't think, are you still in boot camp or no? Or has it been that long that you're done with that? No? Okay. October. Oh, damn. Well, that's been a little bit then, yeah. what are you doing now then? Working way too damn much. I feel that, brother. Welcome to the adult life. Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, you're the chef on the shit. Yeah, yeah. I remember that now. Yeah, it's really been a while because I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I remember that because I used to ask you. It must have been when you first started, like before the end of the year. That I asked that originally, but that or my brain is just cooked from always working and whatnot. Like I haven't streamed in so long too. Day after Thanksgiving, that literally sounds about like the last time I remember talking about it. Because I feel like it was around the holidays and whatnot. Place the damn block. But yeah, that's what adult life is. It's just working constantly. I couldn't even imagine. Like I only did like food for like a couple years and I was still in school and it wasn't like a full like kitchen. You know, it was just like fast food and whatnot, and I hated that, so I'd imagine a full like blown thing like that. Especially on a ship of all things, I would not be I don't think I would enjoy that all too much. What was that stutter? My mouse just freaked out. I wasn't even moving it. And I assume that shift's also pretty damn long too, yeah? You're probably like really early in the damn morning and then you gotta wait like really late in the afternoon. $2 years? It's not the best feeling, I get that, for sure. Especially when you got stick it out like that. It doesn't make it any more enjoyable. 5 to 6? Every day? Or is that just like during the week? And you're on a ship, so like I don't think really weekends exist, but I don't know if you're like on one, off one, or something like that. Or is it just like every day, every week? Okay, I get you. That's still way too damn much. One thing I don't understand with like this 9 to 5 culture or whatever, like, you know, you work so damn much, how are you physically supposed to have a social life outside of this shit and also get sleep? I never understand how that's like been like a socially acceptable thing. Okay, yeah, I get you. And I feel like I would enjoy that aspect of it. Work too off too, like, sounds really nice, to be honest. Because, like, working 5 and getting off 2 is just sucks. An hour workout every day? God damn. And I guess it makes sense, but, like, that's a lot. Especially to work in that long, like, bro. In a kitchen of all places where you're sweating constantly all day behind the grill or a stove or whatever the hell. I think, like, how society should change, like, just if it's like a normal job, it should be a 3-day weekend. So, like, you would be working 4 days, and then you would have, most jobs would have, like, a 3-day weekend where you would be off. Obviously, that wouldn't be every job, because that's just not possible, but, like, 4 and 3 just sounds so much better than 5 and 2, man. Always good to see you, though, COD. I appreciate the support, my dude. It definitely was extremely nice of you, and I appreciate that, man. Well, I hope work's somewhat enjoyable for you tomorrow. That was a good one, my dude. Yeah, we should finish this wall today, maybe. Like an hour into stream. We're already at Y100. Oh, Con actually gifting the subscribe reminds me I gotta get my stuff for Twitch for taxes. I gotta file taxes next week. On a Monday of all things. My damn person set a thing up for that. Fucking Monday after work, I gotta go to that. Like, come on, man. Person that just joined the server in Discord, Jake Jiggleballs. All right, that's the name we come up with, man. After this inventory, I'm gonna go take a stretch real quick. I'm gonna grab the inventory and then I'll just take a step away for a quick second. Of course, the second I step away, Rihanna starts playing. Oh, I should have been time lapse on this as I was building it. I should be like another one in one sitting, so probably like 3 hours for a full wall. Doesn't sound too bad. I can do another one of those, if not on the weekend, where I can like pause it between and then do it again. Fuck did I just stop? How you doing, Eros? Been lurking. I appreciate that, dude. I've just been walking back and forth, so like it's not been the most entertaining thing in the world. But I've been here, obviously. Otherwise, stream wouldn't be happening. But the my little machine down there makes this a lot more bearable than it would be otherwise. And I just, you know, listen to music and chill out for a bit at the end of the day, so I don't mind it. But I generally don't have a lot to talk about, so I'm just vibe out it with the music. I haven't been early game for 5+ years. Like 5.5 years now. I only play this world. I don't play anything else. But I hate early game, which is probably why I don't ever like touch any other world or even like attempt to start one. I don't really like it. A lot of people do like it, but it's for me, late game is where it's at. But the best thing that like for me with like burnout or demotivation, besides obviously being on a server, um, working on a lot of projects at once. So like, you know, say tomorrow I'm like tired of building decoration or whatnot. I can go to one of the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 8 projects that are open, and I could just start working on that. Because like not all the projects are going to be at the same state. Like mud, we just need decoration, and then the whole perimeter is done. Geode is a fully manual mining project. Quarry would be building the quarry up for the mesa. Terracotta and flour would be making like world eaters and trenches and whatnot to actually clear out that perimeter. Or I could do the nether hub piston bolt network. Or I could break some bedrock for the 1K perimeter that's been sitting there for a while. Like, I have options, and without options, I feel like it tends to lead to a lot of burnout. Like, this is the only project I had going on, and I just didn't feel like building decoration. I'd be like, well, I don't know what to do, because I don't want to start a project, and then get sidetracked, and then never come back to this, but for me, having multiple open at once was a huge motivation part to it, because you can't be full, at least for me, like, I never will get bored of the game Minecraft. Like, there's always something to do. But not every project's the same. Like, you can't be bored at every single thing of the game, otherwise you just hate the game. Some days you want to mine, you know, hundreds of thousands of blocks and make a big hole in the ground. Some days you want to build something. Some days you want to build a farm. You know, that's how kind of I look at it. Oh yeah, for sure. Having others will definitely help. I mean, currently it's really only like me and Rubik on the server at any time. it's not like how it used to be where there's like a lot more. That's kind of how it is with like schools and people have, like myself, I have a job, everything. So like during the week, it's like very little time. Like it's a few hours, like every day if I can. Some days I just can't. But I mean, for sure, having somebody else, even if it's just one person, is nice to have rather than just be fully solo. And of course, streaming and YouTube is also very beneficial. Even if you're just like, instead of you didn't want to do like the full YouTube video or whatnot, just like posting progress updates in like a Discord or something, and can kind of accomplish the same thing. That's where I pretty much started. I didn't plan to do YouTube, but just started doing it uh, eventually. Like, of course, when you're growing up, everybody wants to be a YouTuber, but like, or what, Twitch streamer or whatnot. But I didn't like ever fully like plan or commit to going or to doing it until this world. But it could be different for different people. Like, it could be completely different for you. But for now, it's the same for everybody, man. It'll happen regardless. Sometimes I still get it, but it's definitely not as bad as like it would be. Like there's some days where I won't touch the game for a few days, just how it is. But when you play it so often, it's bound to. And trying to force yourself out of the demotivation is the worst thing you can do. Like if you generally don't want to do it, just take a break for a couple days, or however long you need. If you try to force yourself to get back into this game, it's gonna make it even worse. No, I don't play on any other server or anything else, no. I don't know how I would balance that either, because, like, if I wasn't making content, I mean, that would be fine. But the fact that I make content and I have, like, a schedule, like, it makes it kind of impossible to, like, maintain that schedule and then also play on a different world or server or whatnot. And I feel like that would stress me out too much to the point where, like, I wouldn't play the game because I would be overthinking the whole time about getting the projects done in time for like the YouTube or what have you. I have to place those. Yeah. There's a gap. Not. I'm only gonna finish this wall, so not too much longer, to be honest. I don't think it's missing a little. I think it's actually a design choice because of the mountain aspect of it. I didn't design it, but I'm assuming that's because it's sort of like to resemble like a mountain edge. So like they're not all gonna end the same position. I think like there'll be a couple where it like just kind of goes up a little bit. I mean, there's just a bit of, I don't know how many layers I have exactly, but Shouldn't be too much considering the top of the box is right there. If you're talking about printer, I despise it. I was against Easy Place for the longest time, and I will still only ever use it for decorations. Like for farms and whatnot, I'll never touch it. Like I'll never use it, and I'll never allow it for that. But for decorations, I think it's fine. It took me a while to get there, but I think it's fine for decorations. But printer can go fuck off, for a lack of better words. I don't care the justification for it. Like obviously it's your world and you play it how you want to play it. But for me, that's just you might as well just paste the whole schematic in at that point, brother. Because we have probably an endless supply of pork compared to beef. Hoglins are literally the easiest thing to farm in the world, so I mean it could be, but farming cows compared to hoglins is not fun. I think we maybe have like a shulker of beef because like we ran um the passive mob farm for a little bit. So like that wouldn't last too long. And just from testing our Hoglin farm, we have enough to last like 10 years of players playing the game with hunger. It's actually real like wild how quick you get that shit. What's SV? But I mean, I don't really know. Like, there's not really like a lot of um guess, incentives for me to update right now. There's not really like any new content. It's like enticing for me to update. Server? No, it's AC is the server, not SV. Like this emote. I know it's a design choice, but the characters are A and C in there. For AutoCraft. Oh, server. Ah, okay, you just shortened server. I've never seen server shortened like that. That's why I was so fucking confused. I'm like, what are you, what, huh? SV? Yeah, I was just call it the AC server, or just AC in general. But yeah, and especially with the newest one, like, I'm not updating just for, like, baby mob textures and whatnot. Like, that just doesn't provide anything for me. I mean, yeah, I never really played any, like, mini games or whatnot, or just different versions of the game. Never really did any of that. With a spear, I mean, I haven't really seen anything too groundbreaking with that, to be honest with you. I haven't used the mace once ever since we updated. That kind of says a lot. Especially even in another armor or another like weapon thing, like at least for my playstyle, it seems useless. Yeah, should be the north wall all done and dusted. About like 3 hours, because I probably spent like 20 minutes yesterday working on a few layers. I like how it fits in with everything, with the color palette being gray and everything. Oh, how you doing, Folder? Good to see you, my dude. Alright, turn that off. Uh, just yeah, Carrie did a good job with doing these decorations or these walls here. I cannot take any credit. I just changed the color palette. That's all I did. Designs all carry. One of the server members. Did I? Stick it in there. That's what just tear this down. That way people don't try to use this one even though it's empty. I mean, if you consider just me and Rubik like active, I mean, we've been doing pretty much everything. It's not really been too populated, to be honest, but I mean, we've still been getting a lot done between the two of us, but it's not like a lot of players, to be honest with you. But yeah, the for it not being like that deep in depth, it's really nice. For it all being like solid blocks too, it's like no stairs, no slabs, nothing, no walls. It's all just solid blocks. Yeah, I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world. It's always nice to have somebody, but compared to like some other ones like Chronos and Wave, like it's definitely like nothing. But I never really expected it even to be a server in the first place, so I can't really complain at all. I mean, it's also been 5 years. Like you can't expect it to like constantly be popping all the time like that. But yeah, 3 more walls to go. It might be about like, probably like 10 hours. Two of the walls are larger than the other ones just because of the sub-regions that I did. So, um, it'll be a little bit. I see you still do like a lot of like advancement, like speed runs, yeah? I think I always see like you doing those. I could never, man. I'm gonna keep track of all that stuff. I don't know how you do it. But yeah, that's all one wall done. Just see what happens. Nope, nope. It's a bit awkward there time. I am basically going to be ending here. We got the full first wall done and dusted. I'll be heading off to bed. We might get I might try to get, just be consistent this week and get the rest of the walls done. Five years, you're gonna make me feel, dude. I feel so damn. Because when we hit 5 years, I was like, God damn, I've been doing this for that long. I was like, how do I still have things to do? More approachable than you expect. I've been watching mainly because of some streamers, but I've been watching like the ranked thing with like the regular speedruns in 116. I've been watching a couple of those, but I don't think I would ever get into it. It's just like a nice thing to watch constantly. Mecca in 2020, yeah, that's pretty much when I started on for AC. I don't think I joined Mecca till like 22 or something, maybe. And I wasn't on there for too long, obviously, because it was so much to handle. Two different servers with keeping this one up and everything. Do any percent? Yeah, I think I see that a lot. I lurk sometimes in there, just because I find it like interesting compared to what I do all the time. Good old days, true, true. Mecca will make a return eventually. Copium. Alright, Yos. Appreciate you hanging out, my dude. I'll be uh, probably not following behind you, not too far behind you there. The song, Bubba? No, I don't think so. This is Kid Leroy. It's on the new album. It's called Thank God. But yeah, man, I don't know. I have over 100 primitives in this world now. It's actually wild. I don't understand. I didn't realize I did that many until I started counting it, and I was like, oh, okay, it's getting kind of out of hand. That's what happens, I guess, when you make a perimeter for literally everything imaginable that just doesn't need one, I guess. I don't even know if I don't even think you've probably seen this. Where is it? I think I would know this whole world like the back of my hand. Yeah. This is a full 272 perimeter for a 8x8 cake farm. It fits in a chunk. So, yeah, that, that contributes to the reason why we have so many. I mean, there's a full 530 block perimeter for a bat switch. It wasn't planned to be a bat switch. It was just planned to be the floor decoration with the map art. But we said might as well make it somewhat useful. We put the bat switch in there. Flowers, of course, because that needs a perimeter. But yeah, it gets kind of ridiculous when you. This is a perimeter for an overworld processing chamber. An overworld processing chamber of a nether based farm. Because that's necessary. And it also has a huge ass castle around it. Because why not? So like yeah, it starts to add up when every single project has one. Oh, the best one I'll show you real quick before I end. The the funniest primitive that I've ever made something for, and it's worse than the cake farm, mind you. We ignore the 1K void perimeter in the overworld. We're gonna ignore that just for now, and there's one reason for it. Two rather. Um, this is Lazy Raid. You may recognize it. That's the perimeter I dug in the nether for it. You realize the problem, right? It's designed to be built on top of the bedrock. And Same thing for the ultimate raid farm. They are completely above the bedrock, but I decided to make a whole perimeter, but also break the full bedrock roof for it. Oh yeah, I love it. That's exactly why I did it, because it looks so cool, and it's just the extra unnecessary factor of it. With like the overhead connection here, I love doing this for all my nether ones. Like it just perfectly ties into the bedrock. Oh yeah, they're all flat. This floor is 2D, but the this is all flat. I was moving around pretty quick too, so that probably looked like it was, but it's all flat. But yeah. We'll finish that bedrock breaking maybe at some point. This might get like fully repurposed, obviously because this raid farm will not work anymore. Like we might try to make this somewhat useful and then finish this bedrock breaking off. But maybe. We don't know yet. But yeah, we've gotten a long way for sure. But yeah, when you get stuff like that, you know you're running out of ideas to do projects and whatnot. Satisfactory, true. Optical illusion. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it's just I don't understand how it's been 5 years and I've done so much. I still have so much I want to do. This game truly is infinite, man. Never ending. But I could yap forever. I'm gonna end it off here before I stay up too late, and then I'm tired as hell tomorrow for work and whatnot. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. I think we're gonna just end it here. I don't think I'm gonna rate anybody today. 121.6 time. Oh yeah, of course, Folder. It's always good to see you, man. I know it's been like a very long time, but always nice to see some of the old school homies. 3 years. We don't talk about that. Yeah, I'm gonna just end it off here. Yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Here's your night, day, whatever. See you dudes all later.